Okay, so, sorry this is going to be relatively crappy in regard to quality, but I don't really have much to be working with at the moment. Currently looking out for some video editing program. Anybody who's seen my video response, which actually in the time frame I put out within the last hour, but anybody who has seen it will note that just pretty much just a boring individual, but this video here is going to be explaining what I'm going to be doing the next while. The original response well, it was posted out through the Lemons Inc. account. However, this video, as you may notice, isn't exactly on the Lemons Inc. account, because I think it might just drive Paradise and Reborn bloody insane if I were to spam our shared account with personal videos. But, so the idea is going to be that I'm going to try to take the camera and I'm going to just sit here and pretty much explain how I feel about different things. Just fair warning, it's probably going to bore you to tears, but this is more something that I'm going to be doing for myself, because I find it quite entertaining to know that I can sit here in front of the camera and maybe somebody will be listening. So, anyways, so I just thought I'd put out this video saying, well, giving an explanation on what's going to be going on. But, yeah, so I guess I'm just going to start out with, well, starting out isn't the word to say, but I'm going to start this trend, so to speak, just explaining a bit about myself. My real name is Josh. I'm not going to give you guys my last name, because once again, parental paranoia, what you going to do. I'm an anime nerd. Just finished watching the last episode of Black Mother, which is okay. Wasn't that thrilling. I play a lot of Magic the Gathering. I've been going to tournaments. Haven't in the recent past, but it's just because I haven't been able to make it out, because it's the place that I usually go down to is pretty much across town. But yeah, so a little bit more in regard to me. For about 3 years, I've considered myself to be bisexual. If we want to get really technical, omnisexual. But so just a little bit of forewarning there. I do have quite a bit of a dirty mind, so that's another thing I'm afraid anybody who watches this will have to deal with, because that's just how I am. Yeah, so other really random tidbits, because I try not to really say anything about my personality, because that would be more of something for other people to figure out themselves, because I don't find it personally right to be able to talk about your own personality. Because who are you to be able to make notes? So, a few random tidbits. I'm a B-tard, and for anybody who starts screaming out rules 1 and 2, it's only in Raid Stagget. But, so, sorry if I'm not quite speaking very clearly or anything. Just got a bit of a cold, and then I also had a wisdom tooth removed. It's freaking cold lately. So yeah, but I'm always constantly watching the SXE Phil videos, because it's kind of interesting to hear political views when he has them, and just the really odd different things. But really into a bridge series, personally. Once again, sorry, this is probably going to be a lot of rambling. Also a lot of apologies, but hey. So, I guess I'm just going to end this video with a little bit of a story, because it's just something that you guys might find a little bit entertaining, and personally, I find that it was definitely a different experience to have. So, I only recently came out with the fact that I'm bi, and the reason why I started coming out was because I go to an anime club every Tuesday and Thursday, and what ended up happening was me and a few friends, we're just going to throw some names on them because I don't think they want their actual names out. So, let's see. We're going to have, for names, we're going to say Bob, Frank, and Joanne. There you go. So, it was 2 guys and 1 chick, but we always walk to the train station because the anime club is held at my school. So we always walk down to the train station after the anime club because it's just like 3 or 4 blocks away. So what ended up happening is we ended up taking a back route down behind through some back alleys and shit. So my friend Bob, as we will call him, he's very spontaneous with coming up with random ideas. So he came up with the idea of a game, of pretty much an awkward game, so to speak. The idea was that we had to say an event that happened to us that we thought that we had never shared with anybody. We had to share an event or just a fact that we had never shared with anyone else and probably wouldn't. The rules being that these things could never be repeated. So unfortunately, I can't really tell you about what they said, but I can throw out mine, because that's kind of my choice, if you figure. So, it was funny because you got Bob, as we call him, he actually came out with some rather decent things, and Fred sitting here coming up with little tidbits that nobody would really care about. And then we got Joanne, as we said. Actually, I'm almost positive those were the names I said. Keep in mind, this is an entirely unedited video, so I can't really go back and check. So, Joanne ended up coming up with at least 2 things that almost made me shit bricks, so to speak. That it was funny because it ended up being just between me and Joanne, because sat there, I said, well, I'm a furry. So, I am, by the way, so I hope you guys aren't too offended, and before anybody asks, no, it's not bestiality. For the love of God. That's just a common misconception that people just come up with, and I can understand the relation, but anyways, so Joanne ended up topping that one with the slightest of ease, and by slightest of ease, I mean it was kind of a close call. We had to debate it for a moment. And I said, alright, well, here's the deal. With this next one, what's going to happen is, if anybody mentions this to anybody, they will have several vital organs removed from their being. So after everybody agreed there, I went out and I said, okay, I'm bisexual. There was just this awkward silence for about, the next block or so, and then Bob came up and says, well, you won. So, bit of an interesting moment there. Sorry if you actually didn't find it as funny as I kind of do. But, yeah, so about a week after that, I sat there, I said, well, if I can admit it to people whom I've barely met, because Bob I've known for like a year and a half at the time, Joanne it would have been half a year, and same with, Fred, there we go, suck at remembering aliases. So what ended up happening is, I ended up just telling closer ringed friends, so to speak, and eventually it's just become sort of common knowledge now. Yeah, so with that, I think I'll just leave you guys with another apology here, because I've been noticing, because I set it up so when, just to make sure the camera is still recording, I've got a mirror. So, apologize for me glancing that way so much, and just glancing around the room, because I get nervous constantly. Also, I talk with my hands. If you noticed, I don't know, I can't see the bottom half of the camera screen, so I don't know exactly what's recording. I can just see the little red thing in the corner. So yeah, I think that's about it. And with that, thanks if you watched this.